Yo, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we got deadlifts. It is episode 6, I believe. Episode 6, episode 7. One of those two. We had a day off yesterday, but the day before that it was chest, and the day before that it was like a push pull. You know what I mean? So it's like we've been going pretty hard. But tonight, legs, deadlifts. It's gonna be a good rowdy session. I'm fueled right now. I'm gonna finish off this pre. I'm motivated like hell because I've been getting random little comments on my TikTok, and not really Instagram, but on my TikTok, especially from triggered science-based weak lifters that I do not condone their behavior, but I also do not judge as well. If you like lifting that way and you like being weak and staying stuck to machines and being stuck in one range of motion, cheers and salute to you. You're probably bigger than me, probably not. In parentheses, you're really probably not. You're probably a small, very small person, because I've never met somebody that actually trains pretty decently hard that's a science-based lifter that isn't really above like 170. I've yet to see it. I've just yet to see it. And then the people that do train a little bit quote unquote science-based, they even clown on those science-based lifters because they know where to draw the line between the level of optimal and complete and utter ridiculous. So, with that being said, going into this session, fueled, kind of with a chip on my shoulder, but at the same time in a really good mood because it's my favorite day of the week, deadlift day. And who knows, maybe if I'm feeling rowdy enough, you might even get some squats, because I like combining the two when I'm feeling really rowdy. But who knows? For now, though, deadlifts, leg day. I'm going to finish this off and stop rambling. Let's get going. So tonight, as silly as it sounds, I have to color coordinate. We're using red plates today. We're using the red kilo plates today. I've been using the freaking regular standards for 6 months now, but this is what I'm used to training on right here is these. So the weight jumps are going to be a little different. The weight's going to be a little different, but I'll post all the weight below on the video so you know what I'm lifting. So far, every warm-up set has felt really good. This right here will be technically this is like 1 to 2 more warm-up sets before the actual first working set. But I'll only probably do this for one, is what I'm thinking. I'm probably going to do this for one jump to, because this is 170 kilograms, which is basically 375. From there, if it flows as smooth as I'm thinking it will, I'm probably just going to jump to 440, which is 200 kg, if I'm not mistaken, 200 kg. And then if that feels really smooth, the top set should be what I want today is 485 for hopefully 3. I would like 3. But like I said, it all depends on how these next couple sets move. Then I'll determine it. But 485 should be the top set tonight, which is 4 of these red plates. Let's see how things go. Oh, move this real quick. And normally I don't put the belt on until around 400, but because I'm probably just going to do singles after this, I'm just going to start now just to get the feeling in my body. Ooh, look at that. I'm getting kind of thick. It almost sounds like a new belt or a cut. Fuck that. I like getting stronger. I'm not going on a cut yet. Okay, let's see how this moves. Not bad at all. We do one more. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's not bad at all. It's just different jumps. You know, what I've been doing for the past, like I said, almost 8 months has been just using regular plates. So the regular plates, your jumps are completely different. 3 plates in, I'm normally barely at 315. 3 plates in here, you're at 375. You know what I mean? So it's just a little different, but just you got to get used to it and wake your body up. Next set will be 440. Alrighty. 200 kgs on the bar, 440 pounds. Let's move it for a single. I am going to be using split grip because I'm trying to move some weight today. But like I said in my other video, I'm gonna actually switch my split grip. Instead of my right hand, I'm using my left hand this time. Pause. Let's move this shit. Make it look easy. Lied. It's crazy how much different that felt. I'm used to ripping it right off the ground. Do that again. Still gonna try 485. I might go back to my old grip for 485, but we'll see. We'll see. That felt completely different. It's crazy. But let me lock in again, and I'll see you on the next set. Slightly hitched it, but I told you how to get that. It's not 3, but I'll take that double. We'll take that double. I want to say why it's fresh on my mind is when you see a set like that done and you go to my story or you go to my reels or you go to anything I post and you make the assumption that that's the one and only thing that I'm going to do for the next rest of the workout. I don't know where that thought process and that concept comes from, but there's a huge majority of people online, especially for my content, that love to post and act like that's all I do. You know what I mean? They act like that's a PR and they act like that's the only fucking thing that I do. And it's kind of wild and absurd to me because to even get to that weight, do you know how much volume and how much work you have to put in to get there? Like, it makes no sense to me sometimes. And it used to bug me. It doesn't really bug me now. It more entertains me and I feed into it. And I'll purposely comment on other people's posts sometimes that they need bad form and they need to actually ego lift. And I just like to rage bait people, you know what I mean? But it comes from the simple fact that I get those comments a shit ton when I'm over here putting in work and you aren't. You know what I mean? It's kind of wild to me. But anyway, that was harder than I expected. Either way, gonna do that again. I'm going to hit that for another single, if possible, a double, because that second one on that last set really, really was a grinder. I'm trying not to hitch that much and do that type of thing anymore, but I need to get these reps in. I don't want to have the excuse of, oh, well, I had to do this to it to get it up and blah, 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 blah. Like, just make it count. That's what matters right now, is just making it freaking count. The cleaner form and the cleaner reps will come on these back off sets here in a minute. But on to the next set. God damn, come on. Wow. That never happened. Nah, it happens sometimes. Whew. Like I said, it's a huge difference going from this for damn near 4 years to this now. I can feel the difference in drive. It's like something I really have to get used to and build upon with lighter sets. But today's still a heavy day, so I'm gonna lighten this to probably like back to maybe 440. Here's some reps. Let's do some reps. Now, I'm actually kind of glad that happened. Normally, I get a little bit discouraged when I have fails like that. But for one, I already hit the first set that I was supposed to hit. Even though it wasn't a triple, it still counts. It's still actually one of the cleanest doubles I've hit. I've hit that for a double in the past, but it wasn't that clean. Like, I struggled for each rep. This one, the first time, came up smooth right until the very, very, very end, which I barely hitched up and just did this little squat. Second one, yes, I hitched it up, but it still moved smooth from the ground. That last rep when I failed, it happens. Like, I've had that happen on so many other occasions with weight that I rep out on other days. Sometimes things don't always add up. You know what I mean? Some days you might just have an off day. You might just be not hitting everything right when it comes to like your execution and your drive. Some things may not just be clicking right. That's all it is sometimes. You know what I mean? Today, like I said, I pointed it out several times. I'm trying to use a different grip. And I noticed on the last video, I just went autopilot with the other one, and I went my old grip, and it came up. So that's why I'm saying it's like a mental thing, and it's a getting used to this new technique type thing. Because from this side, yes, I'm still strong. I can still pull it. I've pulled it many times, but you feel the difference. Anybody that lifts heavy and does split grip, you know what I'm talking about. You feel the difference when you switch. And right now, I need to get this side a lot stronger, and I would like to be as even as I can. You know what I mean? It's just my own thing. It's not like a requirement. It's just something I want to do. So this is just another way of challenging myself and building upon the strength that I already have. So rather than putting 440 on this next one, 200 kgs, I'm putting 190, which should be, if my math is correct, 419-ish pounds. So we'll move this for probably going to go, I would like 8, to be honest. But just with how those sets moved, I'm assuming I'm going to get around to 6. So I'm going to probably do 2 to 3 sets of 6. But I'm going to keep the number in my head, 8. We're going to shoot for 8, but realistically, it's probably going to be 6. Okay, that's all right. I am feeling it today, son. You know, there's sometimes where you just feel your tank do that. That's what just happened. But no, I'm not done. I mean, we're going to be done with deadlifts, but I still need to hit a hinge movement. So I'm going to go into some RDLs. I'm going to lighten it to 120 kilos, which is 200 and basically 265 pounds. I'm gonna do some high volume RDLs with that and get this leg day started. Got done hitting calves and adductors. Now we're gonna hit some leg press, moderate weight. I'm probably gonna go heavier just because today is supposed to be a heavy day. But I need to see how this moves first. So aim for like 6 to 8 with this right here. It feels really easy. I'll add a quarter on each side. Oh yeah. Smooth. Come on. I got 8. While I'm sitting here catching my breath, there's a few people on my stories and on my page that watch, especially when I do behind the back deadlifts. If you want to know the secret, just look at how I do the leg press. That's my secret to how I do behind the back deadlifts. Because realistically, I don't really train behind the back deadlifts ever. I just do them when I'm bored or my ego gets hurt. But if you want the secret and the key to doing them, watch how I do the leg press. That's the secret. It's the hand placement. If you look at my hand placement, I don't hold these bars. I actually hold a seat. And that puts me in that rounded position that some people hate on. But realistically, if you have a good brace and a good core and you practice that, you're fine. I never feel that exercise in my lower back. That exercise hits my traps and hits my quads more than anything. So yeah, if you want to learn how to do that, just watch. God damn. Oh, God. Woo. Oh. Let's wrap this up. Oh. Oh. Drops it. Well. deadlifts. Don't let that stack fool you. It's way heavier than it looks. Freaking 20-pound plates. Oh, it's awesome. Same weight. It's just rocket to failure. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. That's it. That's it. Oh. That is a wrap on today's leg day. It's a really good one, despite the fails on the deadlifts. It's not a big deal. It happens from time to time. It's one of them things where, if you notice, if you watch my vlogs last week when I did squats, that was normally my heavy day, but I turned it into a crazy volume day after that 365 didn't go to depth the way I wanted it to. It's like an ego thing. Some days I get like that. Some days I have my moments where I'm like, that rep didn't go how I wanted, so I change up the whole game plan and go crazy on another thing. It's something I'm trying to get a hold of, because when I do that, I notice my progress on my other lifts doesn't necessarily drop, but it just kind of gets in the stagnant point. You know what I mean? So that would explain the 485 fail, but I also hit it for a double too. So it's like, I don't really see it too much as a fail. It's just one of those things. Like I said, I did something off schedule, changed up the plans a little bit, affected my strength a little bit, but it also just made me kind of lock in with better form this time as well, just because I was trying the new grip. You know what I mean? Like I said, for the whole time I've been training deadlifts, anytime I use split grip, I go right hand under and then pull. When I went left to pull, it wasn't like I hurt myself or anything. It's just such a different feeling in my body that it was like a quick CNS shock. It was like, what are you doing? This is not the way you normally do it. Basically what my body told me, but I had to readjust, and that's why I was doing RDLs with that grip instead of just staying overhand, because it's lighter. It can help me focus on my hinge more, focus on my actual hamstrings and my ass more. You know what I mean? For a minute, I wasn't doing RDLs either, so it makes sense that I'm gonna have to add them back into my routine just on certain days. More than likely, instead of doing the glute builder the way that I like to do it on some days, I'll switch over to do RDLs, and then on days where my posterior chain's completely fried, I would choose the glute builder instead. But overall, today was a good session. I'm not mad with today's session. Today's session was really solid. And honestly, it lets me know how strong my push is getting, because those leg press sets, although they seem brutal because of how I was, making noise and getting into it, like, they still weren't that hard, honestly. I've had harder leg press sets. So that tells me that my next squat day is going to be pretty monstrous, more than likely. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. But tomorrow I'm going to be working bench. I'm going to see how those first sets feel on bench tomorrow before I decide what weight direction I'm going, because there was something I was watching in my form for my last videos, and it's something very subtle, but if you're a good bencher, you'll notice it. What I'm doing wrong right now is I'm pushing with raw strength. I'm just pushing through with my triceps and my shoulders, and kind of using my back. But as far as like real chest engagement and real tricep, like pushing, I'm not doing it. It's coming all through here in my shoulders, and it's because I may be wedging my traps into the bench, but I'm not actually pushing myself into the bench to move that weight forward. You know what I mean? So I'm basically coming to the bottom and just horsing it up with pure fucking raw strength using these right here. And if you notice, I got long ass arms. So it's actually costing me a lot of energy in my bench. So tomorrow, depending on how those first couple sets feel, I'm going to judge the weight by then, but I'm going to really practice using that technique with some lighter weight. So I'm assuming that tomorrow I'm not going to go too heavy, but if my body adjusts to that motion right away, I'm going to try to get used to it with some heavier weight, because I was doing that motion on incline, not yesterday, but the day before, Saturday, I was doing it on the incline press, and I was getting a really, really good chest and tricep pump doing it. But since I was using lighter weight, I was really focusing on that motion and pushing myself into the bench. And I was just noticing such a huge difference on the way the weight was moving and feeling. And so I'm going to try that tomorrow and see how the weight starts moving. But as far as tonight goes, solid session. I'm enjoying doing these vlogs. I'm noticing a few more subscribers to the channel as well. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the comments that people are starting to drop now too. That's what's up. Let's keep this going. Let's see where it goes. Like I said, I'm really enjoying this process. Right now, my strength is going up. Today was just one of those days where you kind of see this happen, but not stressing it. Next session, especially legs, you're going to see some big weights move. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.